What is up, comic fam? Welcome to a week of keys, day 4 here at the Legion of Comics. I'm Mark, and I'm really excited to show you all these books I've got lined up for today. But before we do, check this out. Like I said, I got a nice stack of books, a bunch of key comics to go through today and share with everybody. But before I do that, be sure to go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel and ring that notification bell. I've got a bunch of milestones to celebrate. As soon as I get back from vacation, I'll be making more announcements and dropping some details on what you could be winning and how to enter and why we're celebrating. And also, if you're out there and you're looking to buy some comics, you're looking to fill some holes and some runs, be sure to check out LOC Pops Attic on Instagram. The link to that page is in the description of every one of my videos. And if you're looking for something specific, feel free to reach out directly, and me or Pops can go through the long box and see if we have it. There's thousands and thousands of books to be added to that page, and it's a slow process, but it's moving right along. Appreciate everybody who supports the channel and who's already bought stuff from us and everything. I hope you are happy with your purchases. I've heard no complaints, so I'm assuming everyone was. So let's get right into it. Like I said, this is day 4 of a week of keys. Now, I've slowly been building to this huge finale tomorrow, but for now, I've got a lot of good books to show you today. This one is not as on one specific topic as the other 3 have been. This one's a little mixed match, but there's a lot of good stuff. Like I said, I'm really excited to go through this stuff, so let's get right into it. So first off, right off the bat, this was the AOK from a good friend of mine, my best friend, Brent. He's, I don't know why he found this, or he had an extra copy and he wanted me to have one. So it was really cool of him. And it's Detective Comics issue number 608. And this is the first appearance of this character down here called Anarchy. I'm not really familiar with Anarchy, to be honest with you. I don't think I've read any Batman books that had Anarchy in it. I haven't read this issue, but I don't know, but it was cool. Just the trade dress at the time. I thought that was cool that the V has like some kind of makeshift bat in it, and it's still a first appearance. And what is it? 608. Did I even put a little note down? Yeah, I think that it said that this book goes for about $5 in a high grade, so it is an affordable minor key there. Next up, we have, and this is stuff that I pick up pretty much kind of very often when I run into them. You can run into them very often, but it's Crisis on Infinite Earths, issue number 1, and this is, it looks like a newsie. But this is the first appearance of Ted Kord, the Blue Beetle, in DC continuity. He was a Charlton Comics character that DC bought out Charlton Comics, like, yeah, Captain Atom, Blue Beetle, various other characters that were kind of used as like the analogs for all the characters in Alan Moore's Watchmen. But this is the book that brought him into the DC universe. It's also Pariah's first appearance, as well as the Monitor and Alex Luthor. So there's a lot of first appearances in these things. And a high grade copy goes for around $10. So another affordable DC key. And they're supposed to be doing a Blue Beetle movie or TV show that they announced with the Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle. And I'm hoping that Ted Kord makes it into that show some way, somehow, maybe his mentor and all that good stuff. But next up is Crisis on Infinite Earths, issue number 4. And this is actually the second appearance of Constantine. It's the first appearance of Dr. Light, the Kamiyo Yoshi version of Dr. Light. If you follow DC Comics a lot, you know they did that Shattered Generations 2-part story recently, and she was in it. But this is another good one to have. It's also the death of the Monitor, as you see there on the cover. So this Crisis on Infinite Earth series has a ton of keys in it. It has the first appearance of Wally West as the Flash, the death of Barry Allen, the death of Supergirl, all kinds of good stuff. All right, next up, we're stepping away from DC, moving over to Valiant. And this is going to be Bloodshot issue number 6. And this book right here is the first appearance of Colin King, who's none other than Ninjak. And his actual first full appearance as Ninjak is in issue number 7. So he appears in here, but not in costume. But this is the first appearance of Ninjak out of costume. So that was a cool one. I found that one for a sweet price. A high grade copy goes for about $7, which is crazy to think how affordable these Valiant keys are. I mean, eventually those things are going to pop as we get farther away from them, and just, you know, comics are like wine. Age just makes them better. All right, so next up, this one is one that I was excited to find. I found both of these next two at the same time for a really good price. And this is Terminator issue number 1 from Dark Horse. As you can see, it says first Dark Horse issue. Now, here recently, I've seen a lot of these popping up all over social media. Like people are sharing them, like, oh, I found me Terminator #1, blah, blah, blah. This is not the first appearance of Terminator in comics. It's just the first Dark Horse one. The first appearance of Terminator in comics is actually one of my birthday books. And I have that right here. So Now Comics actually made the first appearance of Terminators in comics back in September of 1987. So this, not the Dark Horse one, but this is the first Terminator book that people should be after. John Connor even made his first appearance in this series as well in comics. But it was a little weird, a little goofy. They're not drawn so accurate as the Dark Horse ones did. The Dark Horse did a much better job with the series, but this is still the actual first. And this Dark Horse one, let's see, forgot how much they go for. I think these both go for about $10 in a high grade. I'm sure that you'll see people out there selling them for a whole lot more than that, but I just absolutely love both of these covers. Big Terminator fan, back before we had the MCU and the DCEU and all this amazing comic book content to watch on the screen. If you want a big, like, universe level franchises, you had to go like Alien, Predator, Terminator, and then down the road we got the Matrix trilogy. But I've always been big on all of those, and I've got tons and tons of books, even the paperbacks, the novels. I've got a bunch of those. I buy the collected volumes. Just always enjoyed them. So next up, we have All-Star Comics issue number 59, the second appearance of Power Girl. So she's featured right here on the cover, and that is Kara from Earth 2. She was a runner with the JLA. She's got such a tragic story. Her homeworld of Krypton was destroyed. Earth 2 was eventually destroyed by none other than the Anti-Monitor, but such a cool character. Love me some JSA. Always going to grab one of these when I get a chance. I found this for an amazing price at the local store. Most of these came from local stores. I think all of them did, actually. Either Dead Media Collectibles that's here locally or Top Dog Comics that's here locally is where all of these came from, minus two that I'll be showing next. So if you're a fan of the channel, if you keep up with the discussions and stuff I do, you know that Jason Todd has always been my favorite ward of Bruce Wayne. So we're going to talk a little bit of Jason Todd real quick. So he made his first appearance in Batman 357 alongside Killer Croc. So this book right here is the first full appearance of Killer Croc, aka Waylon Jones, as well as Jason Todd. So when he first was rolled out, and it's a Jerry Conway story, he was rolled out as basically just another Dick Grayson. He was a trapeze artist. Dick Grayson even goes to the circus to go see him and check him out. It was kind of unnecessary. Down the road, after Crisis on Infinite Earths, they kind of retconned his origin to be what it is known now today. Like, he was a little street kid that Batman caught him boosting the tires off the Batmobile. And so that's another one that I need to get in a nice graded high grade copy. But a few issues after that, Jason Todd did make his first appearance in the Robin costume in Batman issue number 366, which we got right here, featuring Batman and Joker on the cover. I love the way that they did the trade on this one, just how it's part of the building and everything. But it's a sweet book. It's an awesome high grade of a 9.4, which is not bad at all for a book from 1983. So in this book, Robin gets into the Batcave and puts on the suit himself. He did not have permission to do it, but it is credited on the CGC label as first Jason Todd in Robin costume. So if you see or hear people trying to misinformation sell books on eBay, be sure to catch that. That is the first Jason Todd in Robin costume. Now, a lot of people try to sell it as Batman 368, which is the first sanctioned Robin, Jason Todd in Robin costume, which I picked up a nice, crisp, high-grade copy, and it's right here. So this is his first cover appearance as Robin, as well as Batman, like I said, sanctioning it. So this is the kind of the first Jason Todd as Robin, not in Robin costume, but as Robin. So with these keys, it can get a little bit confusing. It can get a little bit difficult to keep track of all of it, but don't worry, I'm here to help. Jason Todd, he's the man. So this book right here goes for about $35 in a high-grade copy. And these are not like slab prices I'm giving you. It's just clean, raw book copy prices. But that is such a great issue. Fantastic art. I mean, just look at that. So much going on with the blue capes, the yellow capes, the background being orange, all kinds of goodness there. And Jason Todd was definitely the coolest Robin. He was the worst Robin No question about it, but he's still the coolest Robin. He's went on to do great things. So finally for this video, I've got a really awesome book right here. So this character is, especially if you read comics, he's making a lot of ripples right now. Philip Kennedy Johnson's Superman run, he decided to go back to this character who's kind of just not really used very often. You know, he was used really well. I think it was an Alan Moore Superman story that he brought him in, where the that I forget what it was called, that leech like thing, or that whatever it was, got on Superman and he was able to mentally transport back to Krypton and see what life was like, or whatever. I think it was like the Mercy Flower. I don't know. But anyways, this is DC Comics Presents issue number 27. This is the first appearance of Mongul. So his daughter will be featured in James Gunn's Suicide Squad movie. He's the big deal in current continuity DC Comics with everything going on with Superman. So he's going to be the catalyst for what drives the need for Jonathan to take over the mantle of Superman on Earth and giving him his own title. But this is one I was super happy to find to add to the collection. A high grade copy of this goes for about $45, which is insane to think about. I tell you what, DC Keys, this is the time to shop for those. You know, it's really important if you're not trying to just throw money away, if you're not suffering from FOMO on some things, which I have recently, as you've seen from previous videos, but shop where the market is not. If everyone's hyped up on DC, or Marvel, and everyone's buying all these spec books based on what's coming out in movies, aim for some of these DC keys that you've been wanting, or that you've thought about. It'd be cool to have this character. Go check those prices. You'll be surprised at how good of deals you can find out there. But yeah, I find them all the time. I've got some great shops here locally, though. It's not too difficult to find some really good books. It's fantastic prices. So I appreciate everyone watching the video. Like I said, this is day 4 of a week of keys. I have the grand finale tomorrow. I'm sure that you've probably been seeing other content coming out from me through the week while I'm on vacation. I appreciate everybody who's been watching these videos. Leave a comment. Let me know which books in there were your favorite. Do you have any of those? Are you strictly Marvel? Do you like to buy DC keys? Have you noticed how easy it is to find some great DC books for a fantastic price? And look forward to dropping the video tomorrow. I can't wait to share with everybody what I've got for that one. And as always, hit that thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. Ring that notification bell, because I'm Mark, but we are Legion.